Hello everyone, Aaron Creations. Today we're going to be looking at the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia Endeavor. So let's jump right into it, starting off with the box. Okay, so starting off with the box, you got My Hero Academia logo on there, McFarlane Toys, and we got a big window that displays the figure in the packaging. We also got an image of Endeavor, and it says his name Endeavor. The side has McFarlane Toys, Endeavor's name, and the rest of the image on the front of the packaging. Then we got the back, which has My Hero Academia on it. 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys. The figure, 7-inch action figures, and McFarlane's social media. Now on the other side, you get McFarlane Toys, My Hero Academia, Funimation. And then at the top, you get Funimation and the rest of the window that's in the front of the packaging. So that's it for the box. Now let's move on to the actual figure. So taking a closer look at Endeavor, and I have to say, McFarlane did a really good job with the fire. I love how it's actually translucent plastic and that it's orange. I really like that. It's got kind of like a red tint to it sometimes. It kind of looks like it in the lighting, but it looks really good. And it even goes down to the feet. As you can see, it's really well done for the feet. Yeah, I really like that. And see, these shoulder pads, these are actually a softer piece, so that way it doesn't get in the way of the articulation. Which we will get over that, like after this. Well, after the accessories, we will, after reviewing the figure. But I have to say, McFarlane, you did really good. McFarlane Toys. And then you look at the back. Back is just looks like this. And there's actually a hole that goes. It's where the back is at, but he comes with an extra piece of like fire effect. So you can actually put that in the back of his back. And honestly, I like that. But anyways, let's not talk about the accessories. The figure looks great. And if you look at the detail, I don't know if you can see, but you can see that he has eyes. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. Come on, focus. Come on, camera, focus. It doesn't seem like... Okay, there you go. It's hard to see, but it's hard to tell. But he does have his eyes in there. So, it might be hard to see on my camera, but it definitely is there, the detail is. Now, I love the texture on this suit, too. Like, the texture on it, it feels really nice. Like, it feels premium. And he got his gauntlets, of course, with all the details. Really, really cool and solid figure, I have to say. So, in terms of details on the figure, he looks, again, amazing. But anyways, let's move on to the accessories. Okay, so for accessories that you get with Endeavor, you don't really come with much. He comes with a typical My Hero Academia McFarlane stand that's even used for the DC Multiverse figures. So not really nothing there besides it being a stand. And it does have a peg where the feet goes into. So just a basic stand. and you also get some extra fire effect piece. And this actually goes at the back of the figure right here that I was talking about earlier. It actually goes right on the back. Let's see if I can fit it in. There you go. So that's what it looks like when you have the fire piece at the back of his back. And it looks good. It completes the look. But I wish he would have came with more accessories, like, I don't know, like 2 fist hands, because he comes with 1 fist hand. But the other hand is a trigger finger hand, which, honestly, they could have gave him another set of hands, I think. Like, they should have gave him 2 fist hands and 2 open hands. That's what I think they should have done. But, I mean, it looks really good either way, this figure does. And I just wish he came with more accessories. But that is it for the accessories for the figure. Now let's move on to the articulation. Okay, so now for the articulation on this figure. He looks up about that much, looks down about that much, which is pretty much not at all. His head goes back and forth like on a swivel, but it's hard to do because of his beard, his fiery beard. But okay, these shoulder pieces are soft. The arms actually go out about that much. As you can see, my joints are loose on this figure. And then he does like a back and forth motion with his arm. And then he has a bicep swivel, which is really tight. I can't get that to move. And then he also has like a swivel at his elbow. And he has a single joint elbow that goes in about that far. He also has wrist articulation that swivels and doesn't really go back and forth that much at all. And then for the torso, we have for the upper torso, it goes about non-existing, like back and forth. But then you actually have the lower torso, it goes about that far up. I mean, not up, but it goes about that far down, up this much. And then he has a swivel, almost. Yeah, I think he has a swivel. And then you also got the legs, which can do the splits about that much. Go up about that much. Goes back that far. He has a swivel at the leg or at the thigh. He's got double jointed, ratcheted knees, which looks really good. Like, that's really good range. And then we have the feet, which does swivel. It goes up about that far, goes down about that much. And if you really wanted to, you can change the joint here where you can actually get a tilt. But I don't want to do that because I like him the way he is. So, but you can get it if you really work hard enough to get it to go side to side on a pivot. But that's it for the articulation. Oh wait, I forgot. And there's also a toe hinge that goes about that far up. So that's pretty good articulation. So that is it for the articulation on this figure, which was really good, I think. Now it's time to come up with some final thoughts. So, what is my final thoughts? My final thoughts are this is a really solid McFarlane Toys figure. His fire, all the fire pieces that's on him are really sharp, so be careful when you move this figure around because it is really sharp, the fire is, so be aware of that. Now, he does like a lot of accessories, I think, because honestly, all you get is a stand and the back fire piece for his back. But you don't really get any extra hands, which I would have loved if they gave him 2 fist hands and 2 open hands. I think that would have been really cool, but for some reason McFarlane didn't do that, which I don't get why sometimes they do that. They give us like weird hand combinations, and like they always give us like one fist and then the other hand is something random, which I don't get why they do that, because to me I don't think it's that hard to make these hands, honestly. Like, but that's just my opinion. But anyways, I think this is a really solid figure, is all I'm saying. And I love how the fire looks. But anyways, this is my review on the Endeavor figure from McFarlane Toys. And I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.